Hey, what's up, guys? This is another episode of This Is Where It's At. I'm your host, David. I'm here with my boy, Danny.
Yo, what's up, guys?
And today is the final part of Arkham Trilogy. We are finally reviewing Arkham Origins. Arkham Origins developer was Warner Brothers Game Montreal. Its publisher was Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. It was released on October 25th, 2013. The interesting thing about this game is it's not exactly a direct sequel, but it's a prequel. This is in year 2 of the Batman. Basically, Bruce Wayne's second year as the Batman. This was highly anticipated as its predecessors. Danny, I guess we're gonna just jump right into it. I mean, how were we introduced, bro?
If I remember correctly, it was again a trailer, and I think it was maybe E3 or a year ago, something like that. Came out, and I was a little skeptical at first. I was like, you know what? These are not the same people who did the other two, and I like the other two. In our previous reviews, what we gave it and what we said. I don't know if this is the best way to go. Again, in Arkham City, spoiler, they killed the Joker. Now they're redoing it. And this is even before we found out all the villains. We just knew it was going to be year 2. So it's like, what the hell are they going to do? And, but after I guess, a couple more trailers there were, I was really excited. I was like, you know what? This is actually the Batman game I wanted. Maybe the story. I was like, this is an intriguing story. It's year 2. He's never met these villains. And I said this in Arkham City. The best thing about Batman is him being young and not knowing how to defeat his villain.
Exactly.
It's more of a struggle, more of a fight. Where he's a groomed Batman in Arkham Asylum and City, where he just knows how to do it. It may take him a little longer, but he can do it. In this one, and I guess that's how I was introduced through the trailers over the years. Yeah, the last 2 years or something like that.
Well, I have to say that I was introduced through articles, usually on IGN.com or some other game sites, where I would find myself reading an article saying, the next Batman game will be a prequel to Arkham Asylum. Yeah. And I was always skeptical of the idea, and I didn't actually agree with it at all. I was like, why does it have to be a prequel? I hate prequels. Why do we have to go back in time? I would like to find out what happens afterwards, I didn't like the idea of a prequel at all. So I was like, I don't want to play this game now. It totally lost me.
Until I showed you...
Until you showed me a trailer.
With Bane and the Joker. Actually, no, it was gameplay.
Yeah, it was gameplay.
It was gameplay.
Gameplay, I wasn't really sold.
Yeah.
I wasn't really sold. I was like, I mean, it looks like the other games. But, I mean, like I said, it's something that I've seen before. So I'm not really impressed. What am I looking at? Then it was the trailer where it was a cinematic. Yeah. And it was him versus Deathstroke. That is the trailer that sold me. Okay. Like, wow. Okay. Well, the way they're fighting in this cinematic, I'm really hoping that it's like that in gameplay, because that's something I've always wanted. I always wanted to see Batman go toe-to-toe with somebody who's on par with his skill.
You didn't get that in the other two.
No, you didn't. You really didn't. Even Ra's al Ghul, you really didn't get it with him or with the ninjas. You didn't really feel like, okay, I'm facing martial artists or good martial artists at that. So, yeah, that's what really sold me to play the game, was the fight with Deathstroke. Then I started getting interested. Danny, how did you feel about the overall storyline?
It's my favorite. It's my favorite of the series, and people are probably going, what the hell is wrong with you?
Also, guys, spoiler alert. If you've been interested in so far what we've been saying, we're about to spoil the crap out of this game. So if you don't want to be spoiled, do not listen anymore.
But other than tune in later.
Yeah, tune in later. Okay, Danny, continue.
Yeah, it's my favorite series, man. The other two were really good, but this one just knocked it out of the park. And it's surprising how much people are hating on this game.
Yeah.
And I get it. It has problems. It has bugs. Mm-hmm. The overall storyline is it's on Christmas Eve.
Yeah.
Black Mask. Quotations, Black Mask.
Mm-hmm.
has a bounty on you for $50 million.
Yeah.
8 assassins are coming to Gotham to kill you.
Yes.
Okay? To get that money. And right there, I was like, that's different.
Mm-hmm.
Right away, it's different. Okay? And then, you know, you got the Joker, who's a younger Joker, who's played by Troy Baker, who's just killing it this year, man.
Yes, yes.
With the whole, he's in the BioShock. He was in, you know, The Last of Us, which one day we will do a review on.
Yeah.
And the Batman as Joker. You know, he did a really great job as being the replacement, I guess, to Mark Hamill. But on the other hand, you know, he did do his own thing with it, you know. Paying homage to Mark Hamill, of course. I like this storyline. It's basically, you know, $50 million on the head of Batman. And he goes through a whole night being technically on his own, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I loved it. I loved every moment of it. I think, you know, every character that was introduced during this storyline was awesome. You get a different vibe from all of them. Yes, it's his first time encountering all these villains. And even Gordon, even Barbara Gordon, all of them, you know. It's awesome. Alfred's so different in this one, you know. And overall, the storyline I really enjoyed, really liked. David, what do you think, man? What's up with you? What do you think of it?
Personally, it's my favorite storyline of the whole series.
Yeah.
I think the storyline is pretty strong. It comes on strong. You have, like you said, you have the synopsis. The short synopsis is that you basically second year into being Batman.
Right.
Okay, you've obviously done a lot. You see that the Falcones are not in much power as they were because of you, and other people have risen up because of it. You know, to this like Black Mask.
Yep.
Black Mask is a mobster who has risen because of the fall of the Falcones. And he sees the potential danger of Batman, and he said, I don't want this to happen to me, so to speak. And he says, I'm going to place $50 million on Batman's head, because he needs to be taken out. Okay? So the storyline goes as such, or so you think. Then you come to find out, you know, in the midst of playing the game, that there's this murder, and you find out that the victim was Black Mask, and it happened, and the body is dead. The body's, you know, been decaying for like 2 days, just by you doing your detective mode. So you're like, wait a minute, how can Black Mask be dead? I just saw him tonight, right? Then you find out it's not really Black Mask who's dead. It's one of his doubles, right? And then you're wondering, like, okay, well, this doesn't really match up. To sum it all out, you find out that the guy you saw as Black Mask isn't Black Mask. He takes off the Black Mask, and you find out that it's the Joker.
Yeah.
Okay? The Joker kidnapped the real Black Mask, and he placed a bounty on your head.
Yeah.
Okay? You find out that this Joker, who was created by you, because he was dropped into a vat of chemicals, right, that you were partially responsible for, has been having a personal vendetta against you. He was just like, okay, I'm crazy, I'm going to kill everybody, but I want Batman to pay in some way, of form, or fashion for what he did to me. I believe the way that when it got to that, the story just hook off. I mean, it was already a progressing story, but when it got to the reveal that the Joker was behind everything, he's behind these assassins, it really took off. I love how the story goes, how they integrate Bane into the storyline, and how to making him an official part of the storyline.
Yeah, that was really good.
It was so good. It was so good. Storyline, it got emotional at times, especially the connection between you and Alfred. You really felt that you and Alfred had that connection where you will say you can intimidate every single body in Gotham. But when it comes to Alfred would stand his ground and say, "Sir, you're going to listen to me."
Yeah.
And Batman has no choice.
I'm going to make my voice.
Yeah, I'm going to make my voice heard. And you have to listen to his voice. So, overall, the storyline, how everything went from beginning to end, was so beautiful, so comic book-like, so character driven. And this is have to. I mean, I'm trying to look up the the actor who played as Batman. I can't seem to find him. I can't seem to find his voice, but whoever played as him did a phenomenal job as Batman. Just like Troy Baker.
Yeah.
Yeah, Troy Baker did a phenomenal job as the Joker. You really forgot about Kevin Conroy, or at least for me, I really forgot about Kevin Conroy and Mark Hamill because that's how good the storyline and the performance was. But we'll get into depth of the performance later. Danny, how did you feel about the characters?
How do I feel about the characters? I really liked who Batman is. It's actually one of my favorite Batmans I've ever seen portrayed.
Yeah.
He, just the fact that he is young and it's his second year in his career as the greatest detective.
Yeah, world's greatest detective.
I like it that you get the sense he's been fighting the mob for the last year or two, and he's been winning. You know, you get a sense of that he's, went up against ordinary men.
Yes.
Like Calendar Man's in it.
Yeah.
I don't think Killer Croc, I don't know. Was he, I don't think they met.
No, I think that was the first time.
That was the first time. And
they met.
And it was, a little hard, but easy at the same time. He wasn't a main threat.
Yeah, basically. Batman was able to take him down.
Let's just get this out of the way. I think Batman was great in this one. It's probably the best Batman I've seen, in terms of the story and where the character is and where it goes. I adore the Joker in this one so much more.
Yes.
And that's not taken away from Mark Hamill's Jokers in the other two. He's great. He's always going to be good.
Yeah.
He's always going to be great. He's the master of the voice of the Joker.
Yes.
Okay? But Troy Baker did a good job as imitating him, but also bringing some a little style and his flavor to it, which I truly hope one day he gets a shot to be in a short film or, I guess a short film to be his kind of Joker. Because he's an actor that could bring it. I saw behind the scenes stuff from The Last of Us. He brought it in that.
Yes.
And he brought it in this one and did a really good job. I think everyone did a really good job. Bane is one of my favorites about this game because he's not an idiot.
No, that's
he's not a muscle. He's in charge.
He's in charge. Everybody says, even his goon, he's like, listen, if we fail, we have to answer to Bane, and I am not doing that. I'm not gonna fail.
And this is one thing I like about these characters is that you see they took some from the Nolan series, from the Dark Knight and Dark Knight Rises, like those two characters, Joker, Bane, like they took the things from there and were like, well, you can put him in this, the whole spoiler, the underground layer to Bane in Dark Knight Rises is in this one. To me, it's a lot cooler in this one.
Yeah, definitely.
Again, it's in the sewers, but it's very not clean. The sewers in Dark Knight Rises very clean. And this one is really cool, man, when you meet and get that far and see where Bane is. And it just reminds you of that movie. And just reminds you how much, I love this character and where they go with it. The fact that he knows who you are, frightened me. I want, how the fuck am I going to beat this dude? I got to beat him before he tells everyone. Is he going to tell everyone?
Yeah, exactly.
And I love how, through the story, through the characters, how you mess his mind up so that he forgets.
Yeah.
At one point I was like, so wait a minute, he's gonna know. Makes no sense.
Yeah.
Then whatever they did, I guess through the venom and
for the
beating him so much, he forgets.
Yeah, he forgets. It
doesn't make him so much dumb. I'm sure through the years he'll get to where he gets. Which sucks.
So it sucks because he's very an intelligent character as well as a massive physical force.
But they did him right in this one.
Yes, they did.
Which I love. Joker again was great. Deathstroke, when he came out of nowhere, and the music went dum dum dum, and I was like, this is it. This is when I went like, this is where the game's getting really good.
Yeah.
And the fact that you get to fight your characters, your villains.
Yes.
That's cool.
Yes.
That's cool.
Definitely.
Penguin was good. I believe Nolan North came back and repraises as well. Look that up right over there, man.
Yeah.
I believe. If not, I apologize. But with that, who else was in this? Killer Croc was pretty cool. I like how he isn't huge like in Asylum and a little bit of City.
Mm-hmm.
You get to see him a little bit. It's like a regular man. It makes you go like, hey, you know what? You can use him in a short or in a movie. You just got to use it right. You got to be smart. With that said, Copperhead, right? There's another character in it.
Yeah, Copperhead. Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty cool. That was pretty intense. I like Alfred in it. He was pretty good. Gordon. Oh man, one of the best points in this game for me was when you and him fight these henchmen.
Yeah.
And I love what Batman says, like, seems like you've done this before.
Yeah, you fight well.
You fight well, and I just went, this is fucking awesome. This is really cool.
Yeah.
They're doing it right. You know?
Yeah.
And I love that. And that was probably one of the best points of my experience with the game was that the fact that you get to fight with him side to side, fighting them, and that was really cool. The Mad Hatter was alright. Again, I just don't understand why they like using this character.
Yeah.
That's the one character I just go, why are you using him so much? Maybe he's got a big following. I don't know.
Yeah, maybe.
But to me, you could have done without him. That Stroke was okay. Again, he's just like what he is in Arkham City. An easy target to take down, which is fine. I guess he's cool, but
Deathstroke or Deadshot?
Deadshot. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
So sorry. Yeah, Deadshot. Deathstroke was really good. And I like the end. Did you just watch?
I saw
that was pretty cool. I was like, where the
cool.
hell are they gonna go with this? This
okay,
is cool.
yeah.
Black Mask. Again, I'm a huge fan of Black Mask. I remember you asked me, it's like, yo, I rate the 1 to 5. What would you rate him in the game? And I go like, I don't know. I like what they do with him. That was pretty cool.
Yeah.
Which is basically his Joker the whole night.
Yeah.
And that was fine. I love Batman's detective work in it. That part they really enhanced. Plus the fighting was really good. That's gameplay. I don't want to get that far. But yeah, overall, I really like the characters. The characters were really awesome in this one because, again, it's your first time meeting them.
Yes.
So it's a little bit harder, a little bit more difficult. You don't know how to approach them. You just go with it. Especially the sequence on the bridge.
Mm-hmm.
That was probably one of the best sequences with characters. With Batman, Gordon not listening to you.
Yeah.
Taking them all down. That was pretty damn intense.
Basically just like, yo, listen, I can help. And they're like, we don't need your help. And like, well, no, I'm the only one who can actually stop this from happening.
Yeah. Oh, Firefly. That was cool.
Yeah. Firefly
his sequence was really good.
Yeah, he
Forget about him, yeah.
He had his own personality, which was great, because I feel that every character should have their own personality. Nothing can be repetitive.
Who's the one with the electricity going through his hands?
The Electrocutioner.
Oh, God. When I tell you, that was probably one of the funniest scenes in a bad... It has humor.
It does, because I would tell you right now, when it comes to the Electrocutioner and it comes to fight him, I'm thinking like, damn, this is going to be my first fight. All right, how am I going to do this? I press the attack button. All you see turns back to cinematic, and you freaking ninja kick him in the face, and that's it. That's the end of the battle. I'm
I like that, though.
Wow.
That had
balls.
They had
cool.
balls for that.
Yeah.
And then I think right after that, you gotta, you get to the Joker, the Penguin.
Yeah.
And then that's when Deathstroke
comes in, and then the real fighting happens.
That was really cool.
Yeah. For me, for characters.
Yeah. What's up, man? What's going on with you?
While you was talking, I found out who Bruce Wayne / Batman was voiced by. Roger Craig Smith. Now,
good job. Did a really good job.
Did a very good job.
I would want him back.
I would want him back.
I love Conroy, but why not give this guy one more shot?
Yeah, give this guy one more shot. He did a really, really, really good job as Batman. In terms of character, Batman, you've found more depth to him because the scenario and the timeline was enough to get more from him. This is not groomed.
Such a fascinating character.
Yeah, he is a fascinating
so intriguing
character.
Where, how he's so young and I'm gonna say this: the split personality effect hasn't gotten in yet.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you see Alfred going, knowing he's losing himself a little bit.
Yeah,
Why is he getting so really into this? Like, this was only to stop people. Look what you've done.
Yeah, look what you've done. Look what you've created.
Yeah, look at the Batcave after what Bane did.
Exactly, and then you have Alfred saying, "Listen, I let you do this because you was I like how Alfred describes him. You're not a hero. You're not this city savior. You're a billionaire you're a billionaire playboy with too much anger and who has too much money to spend on whatever you want to spend, right. Basically." And I was like, okay, that's a nice description, Alfred. But you really get to see more of what Batman goes through in this night and how he reacts to it.
Absolutely.
Especially since this is a first time, like a lot of these villains that he sees is a first time encounter. Mm-hmm. Like, you see that he has no knowledge of the Joker. He tries to ask Alfred.
The Joker just...
I
like that they took from the Dark Knight.
Yeah, he had no knowledge. He asks Alfred,
the only
look him
time
up.
You get background.
Exactly, is when you see the Joker, which I felt was really, really good, and I'm going to get into that like in a few seconds. But
one of the best parts.
Yeah, but one of the main reason why this character of Batman is so well done is because his reactions to the encounters of these people that he's possibly never met before. Yeah. And you see that he has knowledge of Bane. And when he's like, Bane, what is he doing in Gotham? Like,
he's heard of him before.
He's heard of him. Bane has a reputation as a mercenary.
That's really cool.
It's really cool. Going to the Joker. Now, the Joker was very well portrayed by Troy Baker. Was very fascinated and impressed with how his performance was with this character. The character, you didn't really get where he was coming from, why he was doing this, which is the beautiful part about the Joker, because he's just there. Oh yeah, I'm just here. I'm just here to cause chaos. You don't have to worry about where I'm from.
Yeah, he blew up a building.
Yeah, he blew up a building because it was in his view. Yeah. Do you understand? And he laughed about it.
I love Batman when he picks him up. He goes like, "Do you know how many innocent people you killed?" He goes like, "I don't think I killed."
Yeah, I'd say. Well, I don't think I killed anybody. I think maybe. I mean, who knows?
He doesn't care.
He doesn't. Yeah, he doesn't care. I love how when the Joker gets captured, that you dig down deep into his psyche.
With who?
Right? With Harleen Quinzel, who later is going to be known as Harley Quinn.
I love that.
All right. I think it was
touch.
very interesting that you went into his psyche. You saw that he was obsessed with this. Ever since that accident, he became obsessed with the Batman. That he wanted to kill him. He needed to kill him. Mm-hmm. And then when he saw that Batman saved him from a fall, spoilers, saved him from a fall, he was like, "How come you saved me?" And then he started looking at him like, you know what? I'm bad. I deserve to die for the things I did, and yet you saved me. I don't want you to die anymore, Batman. Instead, I want to see if you will go as far as I will, because now I truly believe that you and I are the same, and therefore we'll go to the same lengths. That's why he keeps testing Batman over and over and over
That's
again.
why I think what I said to you is like, as long as they keep the Joker fresh, do him. It's fine.
Yeah.
I like him in these games. If you go, we don't know where to go with it, then keep him out.
Yeah.
Do someone else. Like, if they make a sequel to this game, which can be cool, I would like another younger Batman. Don't do it about the Joker. Keep him in the asylum.
Yeah.
Do someone different. Hey, guess what? Two-Face.
Yeah.
Could do Two-Face. You could actually have the Riddler in this game, and you know what I mean.
Yeah,
like an actual villain, not a dude who just plays with your mind, even though
that's what he does. That's what he does, but not at least, puzzles, and crap like that. But getting back to the characters, Joker was very well done. Deathstroke, I gotta say, that's one of my favorite sequences in the game is fighting Deathstroke. The problem I have with Deathstroke is that the way this game had sold itself, had advertised itself, like you see the trailer and then you see Deathstroke on the screen and it says pre-order and get to play as Deathstroke. So I'm thinking like, okay, he's going to be a vital part of this storyline because knowing Deathstroke's character in the comic books, he's an assassin. He's a hitman, but he's a relentless hitman. Yeah. Like when you have Deathstroke on your tail, good God, you better be skilled because if you're not, you're dead because he's not going to stop until his contract is done. Okay, so I thought he was going to be a reoccurring character. Like you're going to have to fight him multiple times in the game, absolutely. Which would have been fine because it would have been, it would have paid respect to his actual character. But you only fight him once, and then that's it. He's apprehended. Mm-hmm. He's put into Blackgate, and you don't find him anymore in this game. Now, does it hurt the game necessarily? No, absolutely not. It's disappointing. Yeah. Because you've boosted up this guy's character so much that I've expected to see him over and over again. To see a little bit more depth in Deathstroke. Like, maybe he could be the main or whatnot.
Yeah, I think that's what's the problem with this trilogy. It's a really good trilogy. It's not perfect at all. And it hurts the villains sometimes. Yeah. Like, the villains, you just go, man. Like in the first one, we said it's like, yeah, Bane wasn't used, and then you got to get him. You get him in this one, and he's used perfectly.
Yes, very much so.
Done well done, and then he's portrayed really good, and then you get Deathstroke, and it's like, yeah, you find him once, and that's it. He goes to jail, goes to Blackgate. You see him once, and then you see him after the credits, and it's like, man, that was a little letdown.
That's a letdown.
Like again, I agree with you. It doesn't hurt the story. No, but it does get you to go, why'd you do that then? Why couldn't you just amp up Bane? Yeah. I would have been even more satisfied,
With the character, yeah. But, and, I mean, that's my issue with Deathstroke going to Copperhead. You only fight her once, and that's fine. You only fight her once,
she was
that's
done
fine.
Well. That was
she was
freaky.
done. Yeah, it was her segment and her character was pretty freaky.
And let me ask you, are you sure it's her? Because I remember in the game. Okay, what's up with this?
They changed it for the sake of the game. Copperhead, as far as I know, in the comic books and in the Justice League series, is a man. He's a male. It's a male. It's a male. It's not a female. And even they give a little wink to that fact in the game because it's like strange. This profile says it's a male, not a female. So I'm like, okay, but I gotta say, seeing this, I'm like, maybe I would prefer Copperhead as a female because they did a great job and she was sexy as fuck.
Yeah, I agree.
Because especially when she spoke in Spanish, I was like, I know she's a killer, but I still ask her out on a date. I'll be like, listen, I don't want you to
kill me. May kill you though.
Yeah, I mean, I'll die happy. But anyways, basically, yeah, I think her character was done well. Her segment, her whole, the fight with her was freaky. And, it was interesting. One thing I take in this, the multiculture behind in each villain's background. Yeah. You had some Hispanic. Oh, actually, you only had Hispanic, but I was satisfied that you had like, okay, not everybody's white. Everybody actually has another background, which I thought was great. I'm like, okay, they're actually acknowledging everybody in the world.
Yeah, that was pretty cool.
So her character was cool. Firefly was great. Firefly was pretty cool for what he was. Deadshot, who's also one of the assassins. Deadshot was just a side mission. So his character in the actual storyline wasn't needed because you could actually beat the game without even facing him.
Yeah, that's what happened to me.
Yeah, he's an optional
side villain.
He's an optional villain that you could fight against. It's again with Shiva. Shiva's optional, even though I thought her optional side mission was interesting because she was like, I respect you, Batman. You're one of the greatest martial arts I've ever encountered. But you are blind. You still think that this city can be saved. It can't be saved. It can only be cleansed. Paying homage to Ra's al Ghul's thought, like, gosh, Gotham must be destroyed. So her character was okay in Origins. Barbara Gordon, you only see her once, but that's great. Well, I don't know if
At
you
the
only
end,
see her
you
work.
see her twice.
Yeah, you see her again because I didn't really delve deep into the gameplay and played everything that could possibly be played. I just mainly did the story. But I like the fact that she asked Batman, "Why do you do what you do?" And Batman says, "Because I made a promise." He reveals that I made a promise. I'm going to say who, but I made a promise. Jim Gordon was cool in this. I like the fact. I wish they did deeper into Jim to see his side.
You know they're never going to do that.
No, they never. I mean, in Batman Year One, which I'm surprised they didn't do this in the game, but hey, it's a game, so you can only do so much in the game. But in Batman Year One, you really dig down deep into Gordon's character. What's Gordon's thinking, what's Gordon's reaction to this Batman character. So I thought he was
awesome comic.
Yeah, very awesome comic. I thought he was done adequately, very adequately. Then you have Bane. Now, I'm a personal fan of Bane, and I am so satisfied with how they portrayed this character. It was excellent. You saw that Bane was on top of his game. He knew how to fight. He was strong. And he didn't... But one thing I thought was interesting, when he uses the Venom, he doesn't become bigger. He just becomes stronger. Yeah. And it's only when he gets to T1 that he actually boosts up in size. Yeah. Right? But his when he's just regular, he's still so strong. Like, this is his regular size. Like, he is a monster. And then you get the intelligence aspect of him. His intellect. When you go to his lair, you hear Batman himself saying, "This is impressive work." He's developed a stronger, potent a mixture of venom called T1, but he's trying to counteract the side effects of the brain because it does too much damage to the brain. Yeah, so that means
Which is a nice hint, like before, saying that he loses his memory.
Yeah, that he loses his memory, he loses his intellect over the course of a period of time of using venom, which does affect the brain. But you see that he is scientific. He can actually go into chemicals, into formulas. He can actually do stuff that not everybody can do.
The fact that he's a mercenary and he could do that.
And he can do that.
Because mercenaries are just muscles.
Exactly.
But he's both.
He's both. He's a mastermind. Yeah. And then my personal favorite, when Batman goes into Bane's own personal lair and he sees pictures of Batman and then he sees footage of Bruce Wayne and you just see the shock on Batman's face, like he knows who I am. Yeah. Of course, he destroys everything,
which is perfect.
Which is awesome. Absolutely great.
Even when you call the Batcave where Alfred is, and he shows up, I'm just like, wait a minute, Nightfall.
Yeah, you know what? I really thought about Nightfall.
I really thought you were gonna find him in the Batcave where the elevator comes down. I thought you were gonna find him up to that. You bring him up to there.
Yeah, that would have been.
I really thought that was gonna happen. I was a little let down with that, but it didn't. Again, that didn't hurt the game for me. I was like, okay, they're probably gonna do something different and cool. Yeah, and they did. Yeah. They did.
And Alfred's. Let's sum up Alfred's character really quick. Alfred's character was very good. Yeah. When you
finally get to see him.
Yeah, you finally get to see him, and you finally get to see him interact face to face. How he was so against what Bruce Wayne was doing, and then near the end of the game, you like, you know what? I understand now. Yeah. This needs to happen. They need you. The city needs a Batman.
And what's really cool with that is that Batman learns that he can't do it by himself.
No.
He needs help.
He needs help. He does need help.
He needs to pick the right people to help him too.
Robin. No. Yeah.
Dick Grayson, man.
Dick Grayson. The best Robin of all, well, next to Damian Wayne.
Really?
Yeah.
No Tim Drake.
Tim Drake is cool. I'm
the only one.
Yeah, you're the only one who really, really loves Tim Drake. But Damian Wayne and Dick Grayson were probably the best Robin.
What about?
Well, the Damian Wayne wasn't even that great because he died. But
what about Todd?
Jason Todd was good. But
I think people loved him more when he became
the Red Hood. Yeah. People loved him more when he became the Red Hood. But anyways, getting back to it, seeing Batman coming back to the Batcave.
Yeah.
you see him saying Alfred, are you there, Alfred? And then you hear Bane's voice saying, "Hello, Bruce. Alfred's not able to come to the phone right now, but you can, when you get here, hopefully you can say your last words to your servant. I'm pretty sure it'll be the last words he hears." And then you just see Batman say, "Alfred!" You know, it hit me. I was like, wow, this is so character driven, and this is it was great. It was great. And then you see Alfred, and then Alfred dies, and then you resuscitate him, and he comes back, and I'm just like, this is so awesome. And I believe that the climax was done so perfectly, because right now it seems that Bane and the Joker are the main villains now.
Yeah, again, they took the two best things in the last couple movies, and they put them
together. Whereas Bane said, "Listen, if you're gonna fight me, you're gonna fight me to the death." No. Okay. Joker's like, "You're gonna kill. We are the same. We're gonna kill." And they devised a plan. Listen, you're gonna fight Bane. He's gonna have a heart monitor. Every time his heart beats, it's gonna charge this electric chair that I am in. And there's only going to be a few moments before it's fully charged and it electrocutes me and kills me. So, either you kill him or you let me die. Either way, I win. You know? Yeah. So it's like, Batman's like, what can I do? Which, you know, I'm not going to spoil that for everybody. You'll find out what he does. Which is it's pretty cool. It's pretty cool. But yeah, the characters, I really felt there were strong characters in this. The performances... I mean,
that's a pretty quick thing.
Yeah, that's a pretty quick thing.
Everyone, you know what? Was good.
Yeah, everybody was good. We basically said everything with their performances of the characters. Gameplay. Now, the gameplay. Let's start off with the fight between you and Deathstroke, because I think that was the best segment of gameplay. Because you fighting a martial artist that's actually on par with you. You know? You had to be quick with the counters, and you had to do the counters right. If you do it too late, you get hit. If you did it too early, you get hit. You know, you had to study his moves. You had to make sure. I'm going to tell you right now, I died a couple times. Because I didn't anticipate his movements. It's only when I was like, wait a minute, okay, I got to be patient when I counter. I have to counter at the right time. You know, they made sure, like, listen, this has got to be like a real life fight, because if you block too early, you know, you might get hit. It's gonna get you. If you block too late, it's definitely gonna get you. So I mean, that segment was great. I loved how he attached a grappler to your chest and it pulled something to you. I was just like, yo, you know what? This is great. You know, the gliding was still the same. Basically, they had a lot of the stuff that was in.
Actually, I disagree with you with the gliding.
Really?
I think the one thing I don't like about the gliding is when you do, boom, you get up, right, and you're soaring. If you notice, you can't hit the R1 where you're getting close and you go like, oh yeah, it's gonna say R1, boom, and it doesn't work.
Really?
You know? Yes. You have to move.
It worked for me.
You have to move the camera up a little bit and then shoot it. You know.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Like in Arkham City, everywhere you went, Batman could shoot too. In this one, it was like couple points where you're just like, wait a minute, I could shoot there. Why is it not working?
Yeah. You know what? Yeah, that is.
But again, it's not something I go, man, fuck this game. No, it's like, all right, whatever. Still having fun. I'll soar down and then come right back up. That's fun.
Yeah.
I agree with you. Deathstroke thing was pretty good.
Yeah, Deathstroke thing was pretty good.
The Bane fight was good. I love the moments where he picks you up. I'm like, wow. He's going to break you back. And he does do it.
He does do it.
He doesn't break you back, but he does do the move. And I'm just like, oh, man, it's such an homage to what's to come, I assume.
Yeah.
Me, my favorite gameplay was when Deadshot and the Joker sequence when you're the detective. When you have to rewind everything and figure it out. Won't lie, that's probably the best things in the game for me.
Yeah, when I feel that gameplay when you can reconstruct a crime scene was very interesting. Because you could wow.
It made you feel like you're the world's greatest
detective. Like, okay, so this is what happened. Now I gotta follow new leads. Oh, okay, I gotta get DNA or whatever. Yeah. I thought that was great. Yeah, I really thought that was great.
My favorite parts about the game.
I do like
you fighting the Joker was pretty cool.
Yeah, that was cool. I mean, it was short, but it was
because he can't fight you.
He can't really fight you. Fighter. Exactly. But
I like that it ends in a church.
Yeah.
It ends in chapel, not a church.
Yeah,
it ends in a chapel.
It ends in a chapel. The battle between good and evil, where
and
it's always in a church.
Thing, here's another thing everyone gets mad about this game, and it's not about gameplay. It's about, I guess, it's about story and the title, and it's called Arkham Origins, and you're like, you never play in Arkham.
Yeah.
Which is wrong. You do go into Arkham.
Really?
A couple times. You go into Blackgate and all that, which I assume is part of Arkham Asylum, because in the first one, you go through Blackgate, where they keep all the crazies.
I thought they keep all the crazies in Arkham Asylum.
They do, but there's a section where it goes through Blackgate.
Is there?
Yeah, I'm look. Maybe don't hold me to it, but I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, because I might have to disagree with that, because I believe that in the first one, Joker says, "Why do you think I had all there was a malfunction at Blackgate and I had all my boys moved here?"
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, he had all his boys moved
That's
here.
my fault. All right, so he goes to Blackgate in
Yeah.
this one. But I think that the reason why they call it Arkham Origins is because of the villains who are essentially going to be in Arkham.
These villains are so beyond your regular criminals that they have special needs. And it's I forgot the guy's name who's the head of Arkham Asylum.
A warden.
Warden. Shit. For we'll just call him Warden. The Warden.
Warden Sharp.
Warden Sharp. There we go.
Yeah.
Warden Sharp. He comes during the credits. Well, you don't see him, but you hear him. He's like, Blackgate. This is not a blame. I don't blame Batman. I don't even blame the police. I blame Blackgate. Blackgate was not situated for this. It had 2 breakouts in one night.
Yeah.
Okay,
yeah,
in one night it had 2 riots, 1 breakout. Come on, it's obviously not suited to handle criminals of this magnitude. What we need is to reopen Arkham Asylum. Now, I don't mind the fact that you actually hear the word Arkham at the very end of the game during the credits. It's like, you know what? They had a story to tell, and they told it. And this is and then you see how Arkham Asylum is open because of all these characters. They're like, yeah, these are not your normal dudes. We have to put them in somewhere where they can be treated accordingly. Okay, so I thought that was good. But getting back to the gameplay, the segment between you and Firefly, very interesting. They really upped the ante in gameplay for each villain that you had to fight.
Yeah.
Okay, so the gameplay was, I enjoyed it. I replayed it a second time, and I enjoyed it just as much as I did the first time. Right. So I mean, the gameplay was very
pretty
good.
Damn dope.
Yeah, the visual effects, the fact that it is snowing. This whole night, it sets a tone. This is Christmas Eve, and the colors are perfect, dark tone as the rest of the games, Arkham City and Arkham Asylum. You have detective mode. It's beautiful. The expressions on their faces is beautiful. The cinematics are beautiful. You can read Batman's expressions. And he has a mask on, and you can still read him. Yeah. And it's not that he's smiling. He never smiles. Yeah. But it's one of those. It's those subtle facial expressions. It's the littlest things that give it the biggest touch. Yeah, that's how I feel about the visuals. I can't really say much. I mean, they look great. Everything looked great. Everything.
I think for me, the visual effects, again, are the best in Arkham City. With the scale of that game. This one, there was points where it lagged a little for me.
Really?
Like, it's not me. It's more the CD, the game, the disc, whatever. It lagged a little bit. Like, sometimes it would stutter. And, the textures wouldn't be there. Then they come in, Especially the opening, scenes when you press start and Batman comes in and punches.
Yeah.
Like, you see the background. Look for it. like it's not detailed enough, and then it comes into it.
Oh, okay. Well, I didn't experience it when I.
So yeah, again, to me, I don't feel they rushed it. Like, oh, let's just get this out there. They didn't have enough time, but they had more than enough time to get what they had, and it's still a good game.
Okay.
Visual effects are a thumbs up to me too. I liked it. Again, the series isn't bad. It's very good.
It's very good. I really, you know what? As an overall, in comparing Arkham City to Arkham Origins, I really think they really picked up. They really picked up and got me interested.
What that game for us? I'm gonna say for us, not to everyone.
Not to everyone, of course.
Listen, guys, we love you, the fans, but majority of y'all probably love that game.
Yeah, and love Arkham City.
Maybe we're the only two that don't.
Yeah, we're probably the only two that really don't. I mean, it's not that we hate the game.
No, we love that game. We think it's a really good game.
It's a good game, but we just don't like it.
But I guess we just don't like the story where it goes. Yeah. But for us, what that game gave us a frown at times. This one put the smile right back on.
Yeah,
you know what I mean.
Yeah, you really.
Even if it was a prequel.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. So, and again, like what I said, I think I said in Arkham City, or I wanted to say in Arkham City, it's like the gameplay in that game really upped the ante from the first one because you get to fight so many people. In this one, you get to fight your villains finally, and that's where I go, how is this game getting shitted on so much?
Yeah, I don't understand.
All right, it's not a perfect game.
No,
it's not even a 90. It's in the 80s. It should be like 85, 84 type of game. It's got a 68, 74. It's such a low-rated game. And I'm really, upset about that. I'm just like, wow.
You really are shitting on
one game that is so overhyped and so overrated, yet one game is so underrated. And I'm going to go the distance. This is one game that maybe 10 years from now, people will be like, you know what? It wasn't that bad. It's underrated game. This one,
it's very underrated because I had a blast playing this game. I was like, well, I'm damn it, they did it again.
I want another one. Yeah, I'm gonna say it. You know what? Give me a sequel to Arkham City, great, but give me a sequel to this one.
Yeah, give me a sequel to Arkham Origins because as much as it pains me, I know we probably won't get one because of how everybody's giving it negative responses. And that really plays into whether a game is whether a sequel is going to be made or not made. And that's unfortunate.
It's been making money though, so
it is making money. So maybe they will, maybe they won't. I don't know.
Maybe they'll take their time for the new gen. I mean, hey, dude, gen.
Oh, I can't wait to see it.
Maybe 2-3 years into it.
Yeah, maybe Batman, so.
Bring it.
I mean, overall, hey, listen, the overall ending to the game was great.
Yeah.
It was great. I mean, you established yourself as Batman in the city. Jim Gordon's like, you know what? Yeah, he's on our side. Another thing I actually like is the fact that you get to fight cops.
Yeah,
corrupt cops.
Yeah, that was cool.
Everybody. Yeah, you had the Commissioner Loeb who died in the beginning, but you saw that he was corrupt. You see the head of the SWAT. I forgot his name. But the head of the SWAT unit, he's corrupt. He's even like, yo, if we kill a Batman, we get $50 million. We split it amongst ourselves.
Everyone was against you.
Everybody was against you. And even Alfred was like, hey, watch how you hit these cops. He's like, these cops are corrupt as they come, and they're in my way.
Someday you might need them.
Yeah, someday we might need them. Exactly. And he's like, I like him.
That's why, I'm sorry to interrupt you.
Yeah,
I have to say this.
Yeah, go ahead.
I'm on my emotions right now, too. It's my favorite story, dude.
Yeah, it is. I
love what Batman does in this game. I just love it.
Yeah, it's perfect.
How does it get a shitty review? I don't know.
I don't know, man. I don't know how it does. Listen. I really dig this game. You really dig this game.
Yeah.
I mean, listen. Let's go to the overall rating right
let's
now.
Do it, man. Let's do it. You go first, dude.
I give it. I do see its problems.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not going to give it a perfect 5. But I give it extremely high 4.5.
Cool.
I give it extremely high 4.5 because it was just immaculate. It was a spectacle. Yeah. It was epic. Yeah. I mean, it just got more epic as you went down the line.
Yeah.
Great. I was on a roller coaster with this game.
Cool.
Beautiful.
Man. Cool. For me, I'm not gonna meet you with a 4.5
Okay.
because those problems in the game with the lagging of the visuals and it. Oh, and one other thing that goes into this is the game isn't that long. That's my problem with it. I wish, as long as Arkham City was, I wish they took that length and put it into this.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe have Deathstroke in it a little bit more.
Yeah.
Maybe have Deadshot in it a little bit more.
Yep,
Be a little bit more
absolutely.
creative. This game could have been a 4.5, almost maybe perfection to me. If they kept the length of Arkham City with this story, it would have been perfection. But for me, I'm going to give it a 4 because it's that damn good. There is some things wrong with it, but majority of the storyline is pretty damn perfect. The characters are awesome. The gameplay just steps up from Arkham City. And again, I love that ending. So we added it together. It's a 4. Overall, the group gives it a 4.
Okay.
This is where it's at. Crew gives it a 4. Yeah. So one other thing I want to bring up, dude, before we let go of this review, is future things, man. The one thing I want to talk about is, what about Batgirl? See, Arkham City gave you Catwoman.
Mm-hmm.
I enjoyed it 100%.
Yeah.
And it gave you challenge maps with Tim Drake Robin and the Dick Grayson Nightwing,
Yeah.
which is awesome when you play them. In this one, you get Deathstroke. Awesome. Yes. You get to be Batman. Awesome. I don't know if they haven't came out yet with it. You get to be Bruce Wayne.
Mm-hmm.
Fighting like in Batman Begins kind of style.
Yeah.
Which at the dojo, which is awesome. Can't wait for that. And I think you get Robin. I think you get a Dick Grayson Robin.
Yes.
Which is awesome. You know, here's my thing. Why can't they be playable during the game? Why not in the next one you get to play, let's say they do a sequel to Origins, you get to play as Dick Grayson Robin. You get to play as maybe the sequel to Arkham City, Tim Drake Robin. Bring in Damian Wayne into it.
Yeah.
Batgirl before she gets paralyzed, all this and that.
You could bring Damian
dude,
Wayne.
There's so many possibilities with the characters of on Batman's side you could do. Why can't you play Gordon?
That's true. That's true. That would be interesting to play.
There you go. That's where you change it up.
Yeah.
You play Gordon. That's where you get your character, your little switch on character and stuff.
Yeah, I mean, I think there should be a Batman game where you could get everybody's point of view.
Yeah.
And everybody's point of view interlocks with the story, and that what makes the story even more
like a segment where Batman can't really do this. He needs help. Hey, Dick, can you do me a favor? Yeah, go do this. I gotta take care of the Joker.
Exactly.
Because he's what? Very important.
Yeah.
Go take care of let's say Deathstroke.
Mm-hmm.
And because isn't that Robin's I think Dick Grayson's I guess arch
enemy. That's his arch
arch
nemesis because Slade, aka Slade Wilson, aka Deathstroke, was very obsessed with Robin because he fought Batman and Batman defeated him and he saw so much skill in the Batman. He was like, "You have so much skill and you don't kill." That's such a waste.
Yeah.
And then he saw Batman. Now, mind you, Dick Grayson wasn't as old as he is now when Slade was his arch nemesis. He was in the Teen Titans and he was a lot longer, 16, 17. And Slade was like, "Listen, if you come under my tutelage, this guy Batman, he's great and he's taught you very well, but he won't get you as far as I will." Because he's not willing to do one thing that I am willing to do.
Shoot, another character, Jason Todd.
Yep. Oh, now that is something they should tackle. I really believe they should tackle. And that's another reason why I give the game a 4.5 in my view. Because though the Joker was phenomenal in this game, I am getting tired of seeing him as the main, was it antagonist or protagonist?
Antagonist.
I'm getting really, I'm not gonna say sick and tired, but I'm getting tired of seeing him as the antagonist.
In these games,
let somebody else fill the shoes of the antagonist. Batman has many other villains, and some of them are a lot more personal on a personal level than Joker. Yeah, Joker's that one villain that Batman has to take down. But I mean, listen, you got Jason Todd who becomes the Red Hood and starts using what Bruce Wayne taught him and killing. He uses it to kill. Yeah. That is a personal. That's
what about
a personal
Azrael?
thing. You could have Azrael. You could have you could actually make Ra's al Ghul the main villain the right way.
Talia al Ghul.
Talia al Ghul. You could listen. There's
my other question. There's so many things to think about. Like in this universe, does Superman exist? Which it does. Because the second one, she says that night in Metropolis.
Yeah.
So I'm going. Could he be in the next one? Could he come in as a little cameo?
Could it be?
Can they work together?
Can it be where Batman's about to do something that's deemed too far and Superman? It could be like a little mirror of the Dark Knight Returns. Frank Miller's The Dark Knight Returns. Yeah. Batman does something that might be going a little bit too far, and Superman says, "Listen, I can't let you do this."
Yeah.
And Batman says, "Listen, I know that you're a god among us, but you can't stop me." Mm-hmm. And then you have a fight between you and Superman.
Just a little tussle.
A little tussle. That could be a gameplay right there. Come on, man. Dude, you could go into so
sky's the limit.
The sky's
to
the
whatever
limit
new Batman
with future projects. Games. But I do agree with you that you have to have other playable characters. Who says that it has to be Batman versus Superman? Why can't it be Nightwing versus Superman?
Yeah, why not?
Why
can't it be like you said? I think you brought this to me. Jason Todd, Tim Drake.
Yeah, Jason Todd versus Tim Drake.
Yeah.
You have a personal thing right now because Jason Todd hates Tim Drake. Hates him until he gets further down the line where they were all work together. But in the beginning, he hates Tim Drake because Tim Drake is his replacement. He doesn't hate Dick Grayson. He shows a lot of respect because Dick Grayson was number one. He was the first Robin. However, Tim Drake, like I said, is the replacement.
Yeah. That's the beauty of his character. He's a replacement. He's filling shoes. 2 shoes, really. You film Dick Grayson, you film the Jason Todd.
Who fell.
Will he gain respect?
Yeah, will he gain respect?
Dude, sky's the limit.
You could do...
enough said.
Enough said. But anyways, guys, I hope you enjoyed the review. I know that we did. You can subscribe, comment, show off your views. Tell us what you think about the reviews. I know many of you who don't like Arkham Origins will probably not agree with our ratings, and that's great.
Let us know your ratings.
Yeah, let us know your ratings.
Dislike this.
Tell us why you don't like this game. Or why you don't like any other game that we will review, or why you do like.
We'll write back.
Yeah, we'll definitely write back to you. Okay. So like I said, this is David,
and I'm Danny D,
and this is where it's at.
Peace.